Well, welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Cap Table stands for Capitalization Table and tracks the equity ownership in the company. This includes the number of shares each one owns and what percent of the company it represents. It also lists the total number of shares issued as well as the number of authorized shares by the board. Your number of shares divided by the total number of shares issued shows your ownership stake. Each one is listed with a pre-money valuation, what it's worth before the investment on that round, and post-money valuation, what it's worth after the investment. Finally, there's a price per share. The cap table should list all options, warrants, and convertible notes. Listing all forms of ownership as exercised shows a fully diluted cap table. From the cap table, the investor can model out the impact of dilution from future funding rounds. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start up something today.
Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.